Hi there, how are you?
Hi there. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. How are you today?
Yes, I'm fantastic today. What about you? So, today can we talk about how we can enhance the critical thinking?
That's great to hear. I'm doing well too, thanks for asking. Critical thinking is definitely a valuable skill to develop. There are many ways to enhance it, such as questioning assumptions, considering different perspectives, and practicing problem solving. We could discuss some specific techniques or strategies if you'd like.
Yes, we can discuss.
Great. Let's start with questioning assumptions. Can you think of a common belief or idea that you've always accepted without questioning?
I'm not understanding.
It sounds like you might be having some trouble understanding. Don't worry, that's perfectly okay. Sometimes things can be a little confusing. Could you maybe tell me a bit more about what you're finding difficult? That way, I can try to explain it in a different way that might be easier to understand.
I don't have a difficulty of understanding, but sometimes your words are not clear to me because you are too fast and I'm not habituated on that.
I completely understand where you're coming from. It can definitely be challenging to follow along when someone speaks quickly, especially if you're not used to that pace. Perhaps we could try slowing things down a bit. Would that be helpful for you?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Please let me know if I start speaking too quickly again, and I'll happily slow down.
Gradually I can keep pace with your speaking. So now it's better to give time to hear you.
Absolutely. Taking your time to listen. It's great that you're focusing on active listening. It's a really important skill for effective communication.
Yes, you're right.
It's great to hear that you agree. Do you have any specific examples in mind where you've found active listening to be particularly helpful?
Most of the time it works active listening.
That's fantastic. It sounds like you've really honed your ability to focus and engage in conversations.
Yes, it is very essential if you have a purpose of communicating with others. First you have to listen what they are trying to say, what the pace they are talking.
Absolutely. Active listening is key for effective communication. It helps you understand the other person's perspective and build stronger connections.
And also it helps the individual to evolve and to go through the different challenges while interacting they face.
Could you give me some more information so I can look up the challenges that they face?
Yes, I can give.
Great. I'm ready when you are.
Yes, whenever you listen to the others, your communications become, easy to understand. Others can understand you easily. That is good for smoother the communications and the consistency rather using the heavy words or unfamiliar words to make other confused.
I totally agree. Using simpler language and making sure everyone's on the same page is key for smooth communication. It avoids confusion and keeps the conversation flowing.
Yes, like no, I was.
Understood? You were saying that you were listening to the other person. Could you tell me more about what happened in that situation?
Yes, with the communication, you can also keep, patience, or you should, patience with the others. Like I am.
Indeed. Patience is a virtue. What is the capital of India?
No, I'm not asking about the capital. Like I just told you, I am, keeping the patience with you. Like I am trying to listen. Even you are sometimes fast, I cannot get you because I'm not habituated of that. And also, sometimes you interrupt me so many times while speaking because you could not able to complete my sentences. So on that time, patience works perfectly. I hope you can get this time.
I understand you're hoping I can get this. I'm always learning and improving, so I appreciate your patience.
Yes, I'm also here for the learning like you, so you are not alone.
That's a great way to look at it. We're all constantly learning and growing, and it's nice to know we're not alone in that journey.
Yes, it is enjoyable and fun. You really want to do.
Yes, it's definitely more enjoyable and fun when you're truly invested in what you're doing.
So I was asking to the question, so how we can develop our critical thinking? That was my questions I wanted to know from you. In fact, I wanted to
Developing critical
discuss.
thinking is definitely. Sure, what would you like to know?
Yes, how we can, develop critical thinking and how much it is essential. Like few minutes ago, you gave me the passage and there was a word.
Yes, I recall providing you with a passage earlier. Can you remind me of the specific word you're referring to?
Yeah, that was the critical thinking about the digital era, how that affects, that leads to the proliferation of the information and
It
how.
appears you're discussing critical thinking and absolutely. Critical thinking helps you. It appears that you are asking a question. However, I am unable to answer it at this moment. Would you like to ask me something else?
You are not able to answer this moment.
Okay, I understand your concern. There could be several reasons why I'm unable to answer at this moment. It might be due to a technical glitch, or perhaps the question requires information I don't currently have access to. Could you please provide me with more details about your question?
I think answer are this because just 50 or 20 minutes ago we have already talked about that in the passage. So that's why I'm asking from you.
Apologies, but I am having some trouble finding the answer. Could
Yeah,
you please provide me with some more information or context so that I can assist you better?
yeah, it's okay. You should not be worried about that. Anytime we can, discuss that when you have the information. But right away, I can give you the clarity over that. We were talking about the digital era.
That's right. We were discussing the digital era and how it affects critical thinking. There's so much information available now, it can be hard to know what's true and what's not.
Yeah, then after that, we talk about there were two, mediums, two ways before we could able
Yes,
to get the informations. First was the newspapers, and second was the television broadcasting and critical
absolutely. Newspapers and
and how the
critics.
critical thinking is essential for the individual growth so they cannot mislead by the informations uploaded in our cell phones and computer.
You're absolutely right. Critical thinking is crucial for personal growth. It helps us navigate the sea of information in our digital world, preventing us from being misled by misinformation. It empowers us to form our own opinions and make informed decisions.
So I wanted to discuss about this more.
All right, let's dive deeper into this. What specific aspects of the topic are you interested in exploring further?
Like how can we develop the critical thinking and how it's affect the individual at the personal level or for their growth.
There are many ways to develop critical thinking skills. One way is to practice active reading and questioning. When you come across new information, don't just accept it at face value. Ask yourself questions like, who created this information? Or, what evidence supports this claim? This will help you to think more deeply about what you're learning. Another way is to engage in discussions and debates with others. This can help you to see different perspectives and challenge your own assumptions. It can also help you to learn how to articulate your own thoughts and ideas more clearly. Finally, try to apply critical thinking to real-world situations. For example, when you're making a decision, consider all the possible options and their potential consequences. This will help you to make more informed and thoughtful choices. Let me know if you'd like to discuss any of these methods in more detail.
It means we have to do the self-analysis after going through the situation, discussions with the people, with the situations,
That's
right?
Yes, you're right. Self-analysis is a valuable tool in many situations. It can help you understand your reactions, make better decisions, and improve your interactions with others.
That's why individual role is crucial.
It certainly is. Each person's perspective and experiences add a unique layer to any situation.
Only individual can, think and develop critical thinking in themselves.
That's a very insightful point. Critical thinking is indeed a skill that individuals need to cultivate within themselves. It's about personal development and the ability to analyze information independently.
I think over the times we do this thing automatically because we go through the different circumstances, life obstacle challenges. We are able to do that.
You're right, we are capable of doing that. It's about consciously choosing to engage in critical thinking, even when our minds want to take the easy route.
In fact, we do.
I agree. We do have the ability to think critically and analyze situations. It's a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time.
But here analysis is much important.
I see. It sounds like you're emphasizing the importance of analysis. Could you tell me more about why you feel that way?
I'm not emphasizing, I'm talking. Because when you go through the situations, then you thought about how did you overcome. So that give you the clarity, a sight to see the things clearly and mapped in your mind. And also you can help other to understand their mind. So that's why.
It sounds like you're describing the process of reflection and learning from experience. You're right, that can be a powerful way to gain clarity and insight. It's about taking the time to think about what happened, why it happened, and what you can learn from it. This kind of reflection can help you develop a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you.
And things are, very connected with each other. Other times we try to.
It sounds like you're talking about. That's right. There are definitely times when things seem to fall into place and connections become clear. It's almost like a puzzle coming together.
No, other times we try to, differentiate or separate the things. But no, that all are connected with each others and that gives us, whole picture to see the things.
Yes, I understand. It sounds like you're talking about how sometimes we try to separate things, but they're actually all connected. That's a really interesting point. It makes me think about how sometimes we focus on the details and miss the bigger picture.
Like right away I have been, trying to gather the different points, how we involve ourselves in the critical thinking and how we do in our everyday life. And we don't do the
It
extra
sounds like,
we don't do the extra or the big thing.
yeah, you're right. It doesn't always have to be about the big stuff. Sometimes it's the little things, like noticing a pattern in someone's behavior or questioning why you always take the same route to work.
Yeah.
All right, what's on your mind?
No, nothing is, mine. I wanted to talk about that.
Okay, it sounds like you're interested in discussing something, but you don't have a specific topic in mind yet. We could brainstorm some ideas together, or you could tell me more about what kinds of things you're generally interested in.
No, I'm not wanted to, discuss or any specific topic I have in mind. Today I practiced a lot. First I did the reading practice, then speaking. Right now I'm talking about the critical thinking. So that is enough for the today.
It sounds like you've had a very productive day. It's great that you're focusing on practicing different skills. Reading, speaking, and critical thinking are all valuable tools for personal and professional growth. Would you like to continue practicing critical thinking, or would you prefer to switch to a different activity?
No, right away I would like to quit because it's better to take some relax and no need to hurry or jump in the practice. So bye.
I understand. It's important to listen to your body and mind and take breaks when you need them. Taking time to relax and recharge can actually make your practice sessions more effective in the long run.
Definitely.